Voters will rightly struggle to understand why politicians, despite being in agreement with probably more than 95% of the budget's contents, choose to block it from passing to prove some nebulous and ultimately, as I've set out today, highly damaging political point. We don't have to look far beyond Scotland's shores to see what happens when politicians and political parties pursue stalemates instead of progress. So be in no doubt, if people do not see Scotland's Parliament delivering progress for Scotland's people, if instead it embarks down a path of political posturing and intransigence, then we run a real risk of feeding the forces of anti-politics and of populism.
Thank you, First Minister. You've talked about the forces of anti-politics and populism. Who are these forces, and if they include Elon Musk, how big a threat do you think he poses to democracy in Scotland and the UK?
I think the forces of populism are pretty well advertised around our country today. I think we can see them all visibly contributing to the debate. The choice that I'm putting to people today is that we don't have to feel obliged to fuel that populism. We can act in a way that delivers through our political system for the needs of the public, delivering the investment that comes from the budget and the passing of the budget, which heralds the investment into our health service, into boosting our economy and tackling child poverty, and ensuring that we can invest in the just transition to net zero. So there's a choice for all of us in addressing the question that you put to me, Glenn, which is about whether we act to fuel that sense of the political system not delivering for people, or we can fuel the political system by passing a budget to demonstrate the political system can deliver for people in Scotland by delivering the improvements and the opportunities that lie at the heart of the contents of the budget. And that's very much the political debate that we will take forward in the weeks that lie ahead. I'll now come to Laura Alderman of STV.
Specifying who you're talking about.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious who the populists are. We hear from them on a daily basis. But my point is that we have to focus on using the political system to deliver for the people of our country and to deliver on their expectations. And that's what our budget does. And that's why I want to make sure it's successful when Parliament votes on that question in February. Right, we'll come to Laura Alderman now of STV.
Thank you, First Minister. Given that he called your predecessor a racist, how are you planning on dealing with Elon Musk when he's about to become a member of the Trump administration in just a few weeks' time? And do you think that Prime Minister Keir Starmer is being tough enough on him?
I think it's important that we all take the actions that we can to address the issues that members of the public are concerned about. That's what's the whole theme of my speech today is about, the importance of addressing the issues that are relevant in people's lives today and to provide the solutions. And those solutions are not always straightforward, and they're certainly not as glib as populists like Elon Musk would suggest they are. And what we've got to do is to work hard, bring people together in a sense of unified purpose to make sure that we improve the lives of people in Scotland as a consequence of our actions. And the first step for doing that in Scotland in 2025 will be about the passing of the budget. If the budget doesn't pass, then I think we're playing right into the hands of Elon Musk and to other populists. I think we're playing right into their hands because we're demonstrating, or the political system is demonstrating, that it can't address people's day-to-day concerns. And our budget, we've listened, my Finance Secretary, Shona Robertson, Ivan McKee, the Public Finance Minister, have spent a huge amount of time engaging with a variety of opinions in Scotland at my request to produce what I would characterise as a unifying budget, a budget that brings Scotland together. And that, to me, is the best way of delivering the response to populists, because that's the solution to the challenges that people face, and we can deliver that and demonstrate the political system is working at its best in the process. And that's the approach that we intend to take.